Hello, you! Welcome to a special Christmas episode. Decorating the house for Christmas has always been a must in my family, but finding the right decorations for the right price wasn't always the case. So today I'll show you how I decked my halls for Christmas using some simple DIY skills and tricks. Now, Christmas posters and banners are available in abundance this time of the year, but the good ones are kind of pricey. A very easy hack to get around this is to draw or print your own Christmas message and stick it in a photo frame. Since my hand drawing skills are a little rusty, I will use Canva to draw my holiday posters this year. This is not a sponsored video of any kind, but I have to applaud Canva for its amazing ready-made templates that makes improvising such pictures very easy. Using some of the elements here, I put together a very minimalistic poster for Christmas and New Year and printed them out on A4 photo papers. How much you spend on these posters will depend on what size and sort of paper you use. I printed mine on glossy material, so they cost me around 60 rupees. Let me quickly show you how I affixed these posters. Here I'm making sure that the poster is right at the center. Another Christmas decor item that has become quite a trend these days is holiday-themed cushion covers. Last Christmas, I took this old shirt of mine and fashioned it into a makeshift cushion case. This year, to save me some cash, I'll add a simple lace Christmas tree to it and make it holiday themed. To start off, I will cut 3 equal-sized strips from this lace. Then I will turn in the edges in a triangular fashion and hem. The end result should look something like this. Next, using some fabric-friendly glue, I will stick each of these strips to the cushion cover. This will ensure that the strips don't move when I'm stitching them. Make sure to start with the bottom row first so that you can overlap the next row's skirt over its top. This will give your lacy Christmas tree a sort of 3D look. I'm finishing up by adding this gorgeous pearl button at the top and a piece of the lace as the trunk. Honestly guys, this project cost me $0. Christmas wreaths may not be very common here, but making an artificial one is sure easy. First, you'll need some sort of a flat and sturdy frame. I'm using a bit of the edge banding tape I have spare and making a ring out of it. Next, I will affix a strand of a Christmas garland on the outside edge of the frame with some wire. These garlands come for about 30 to 50 rupees a piece at most local markets. And this coil of wire I got for about $100 for about 5 meters. I'll repeat the same process on the inner side of the frame. Now to decorate the wreaths, take a coil of bendable wire and cut some 2-inch long strips. Then take a handful of thermocol balls, stick them on the wire strips one on one and paint them red. I'm mixing a bit of gold to it to give it an extra shine. And there you go. You have a bunch of holly berries to decorate your wreaths and garlands with. To attach these holly berries to the wreath, just bend the wire around the frame with foam balls facing outside. Buying a handful of these from Amazon, at least the decent ones, can cost you north of 400 rupees. I'll also make a bow out of some ribbons and attach it to the top of the wreath with some holly berries and bells hanging out of it. Now let's hang her up. I always like having a themed centerpiece for festivals, and for Christmas I want something with mountains and a cozy house. First I'm cutting a few branches from an old Christmas tree and banding them together with some wire so that they can stand upright. Once I have a few trees, I move on to building a tiny house out of some cardboard. You can obviously use a ready-made one if you have one from a game or a snow globe, something like that. Next, I'm taking my beloved fishbowl, which has been the base of so many of my creations, and I'm setting the trees in it with some transparent tape. Try and avoid glue in this matter because it will simply stain your bowl. I'm thinking a white Christmas, so I need some snow. And for that, I'm tearing up some white cotton and carefully placing it around the trees at the base of the bowl. Once that's done, I'm placing in the house and some string lights around the bowl to give it the whole firefly effect. Let me quickly change out of my work gear so that I can show you some bonus hacks to deck your home for Christmas. If drawing or printing out your own posters seem too daunting a task, stick a Christmassy wrapping paper in a photo frame. You will have a holiday decor piece that's just as good and inexpensive. Speaking of wrapping papers, the same can be done with Christmas cards and smaller photo frames. Instead of overpopulating your home with Santa Clauses and snowmen, rely on the power of suggestion. You can use varying shades of red, white, and green to give your home that holiday feeling. You can always switch up streamers and garlands for a nice string of lace or pom-poms. In fact, this can help your home feel less busy and more serene. And if you have one of those paper stars that you hang over bulbs and it's been scorched beyond recognition, you can always cut it up and make a DIY Christmas tree out of it. Now let's take a look at the final result of my Christmas home makeover. Since this video is already running long, I'll show you how I turned my fake Christmas tree into a fluffy, expensive looking one in the next video. Stick around for that and have a merry little Christmas.